Imagine standing in front of the mirror, a moment we all experience daily. Now, think about the scenario. Thomas, a gentleman in his early 60s, glances at his reflection, pondering over the subtle grays and the thinning strands. But today, something feels different. His hair, freshly cut and styled, exudes a sense of vigor and modernity. How does this simple change shape his day? Haircuts are not just about aesthetics. They serve as a canvas that paints a new narrative of self-perception and confidence. For men over 60, a haircut can redefine their personal image, making them feel visible and vital. It can rejuvenate their outlook, offering a renewed sense of self-assurance in every aspect of life. It's a transformation not just on the outside, but deeply rooted in the psyche, often sparking unexpected bursts of enthusiasm and joy. So, why does a haircut hold such power? It's not just a routine change, but a strategic decision that influences how they see themselves and are perceived by others. Ready to delve deeper into the psychological impact of a well-chosen hairstyle? What's next? Let's find out. We just explored how a strategic haircut can redefine one's personal image and self-confidence. But have you ever considered the deeper emotional and psychological essence behind this transformation? A well-chosen hairstyle is more than a simple aesthetic choice. It's a silent yet powerful communicator that goes far beyond appearance. For older men, particularly those over 60, a hairstyle can influence not just how they feel about themselves, but also how the world perceives them. Imagine standing in front of the mirror, seeing a refreshed version of yourself. A haircut that harmonizes with your facial features can evoke feelings of rejuvenation and optimism. This boost in self-perception is crucial, as it nurtures confidence from within, which manifests outwardly. Moreover, the public perception shift can be equally significant. A dynamic hairstyle often signals vitality and engagement with life, subtly expressing that you're attuned to trends and assertive in maintaining your identity. It can alter how people interact with you, often promoting encounters filled with more respect and engagement. Emotional health is profoundly connected to our self-view, and wearing a hairstyle that resonates positively with your identity can reinforce that you're present and participating actively in the world around you. Consider the role of hairstyles in maintaining a dynamic appearance. In a landscape where age often bears misconceptions of stagnancy, a vibrant hairstyle can counteract stereotypes, reinforcing that you are adaptable and enthusiastic about the best that life has to offer. It's about crafting an image that says, "I'm here, I'm involved, and I'm thriving." Our friend Tom, a fictional character representing many individuals over 60, found that a carefully chosen haircut didn't just make him look younger, but genuinely reinvigorated his outlook on life, making him feel as though years were shed from his shoulders. As we delve further into specific haircuts that achieve this metamorphosis, consider this. How does your current hairstyle make you feel about yourself? Could an adjustment fundamentally shift your perception? What's next? Let's find out as we transition into our first feature haircut, the Tapered Classic Cut, and see how it can redefine facial symmetry and transform lives. Stay tuned for Harold from Minnesota's inspiring journey with this classic cut. We just explored the emotional and psychological impact of how the right haircut can redefine one's self-perception. Now, let's dive into the wonders of the Tapered Classic Cut and its remarkable effects on facial symmetry. Imagine this. Harold, a vibrant and spirited 65-year-old gentleman from Minnesota, had reached a point where he felt his reflection didn't quite match his lively personality. His once robust hairstyle had thinned significantly over the years, gently affecting his confidence. Enter the Tapered Classic Cut, a timeless style that not only complements the natural aging process, but also emphasizes facial symmetry, subtly balancing the proportions of the chin and cheekbones. The back and sides are artfully trimmed shorter, tapering seamlessly towards the neck, while retaining enough length on top to allow for versatile styling. This cut worked wonders for Harold. It brought out the strong, assured lines of his face, adding a rejuvenating lift to his features. Family and friends noticed a change that extended beyond just his physical appearance. They saw a sparkle in his eyes that had been dimmed for too long. This transformative power of hairstyle isn't just about vanity. It's an essential part of health and well-being, blending the physical and psychological into a holistic approach. Harold found himself looking forward to each morning, spending a little more time in front of the mirror, appreciating the person staring back at him. He felt more approachable and lively, re-engaging with social circles he had somewhat withdrawn from. A simple haircut had made him feel 10 years younger, not by altering his age, but by reawakening his zest for life. This story illustrates a broader truth. The art of a well-chosen haircut can redefine how we interact with the world, inspiring a newfound confidence. So what's next? Let's consider why the Tapered Classic Cut remains a favorite among barbers, particularly for those grappling with thinning hair. How does it skillfully provide balance, energy, and structure to the face? Let's find out. As we just explored with Harold's transformation, the Tapered Classic Cut not only enhances facial symmetry, but also holds a special place in the hearts of barbers for men experiencing thinning hair. You might wonder, why is that? Well, the genius of this haircut lies in its subtle gradation. The hair is cut short at the sides and gradually longer at the top. This creates the illusion of fuller, thicker hair, effectively camouflaging areas that may be sparse. But it's not just about appearance. The balanced proportions this cut maintains are vital to giving the face a more structured and harmonious look. This natural framing can highlight cheekbones and sharpen jawlines, lending a more youthful vitality to aging faces. Imagine how a few strategic snips can redefine one's presence, replacing self-doubt with renewed confidence. It's like sculpting a dynamic portrait, where every angle matters. As thinning hair often brings with it insecurities, choosing a cut that unifies facial aesthetics can profoundly impact one's self-image. Ready to discover another powerful cut that can revitalize how you see yourself? Let's journey into the world of textured crops and meet Dennis from Colorado. Let's dive into the inspiring story of Dennis from Colorado, a man who found new confidence through a hairstyle change that embraced both individuality and timeless appeal. Picture this. Dennis is a vibrant 65-year-old, full of life experiences, yet he felt his appearance was no longer an accurate reflection of his dynamic personality. Having noticed his hair thinning over the years, Dennis struggled with the question that many face. How can I project who I truly am to the world now that my hair tells a different story? Seeking change, Dennis explored the possibilities with his barber, opting for the textured crop. This hairstyle is more than just a change of appearance. It's a revival, embracing the natural quirks and variations in hair. Layers and texture give illusion of fullness, while allowing individuality to shine. Dennis found that this look gave him a fresh start, adding a touch of modernity to his appearance that captured his inner zest for life. The transformation didn't go unnoticed. Friends and family remarked on how much more confident and approachable Dennis seemed. The textured crop reshaped not only how others perceive him, but also how he saw himself. This simple change ignited a renewed spirit, reminding Dennis of the unique, vibrant person he's always been. In a world where first impressions are so crucial, Dennis's story illustrates the powerful role a well-considered hairstyle can play in helping someone to broadcast their personal brand to the world. And yet, what makes this style truly unique is not just how it looks, but how it feels. There's a certain vitality and texture, a playfulness that mirrors youthfulness while respecting maturity, making it perfect for men like Dennis who want to project an image of enduring vigor and individuality. So, with a simple yet transformative visit to the barbershop, Dennis reclaimed his sense of self, proving that age is just a number and confidence is ageless. This begs a question we all might consider. How can embracing change with something as simple as a haircut unlock a new chapter in your life? What's next in the journey to rediscover your style and confidence? Let's explore further into the world of haircuts and self-expression, because Dennis's story might just be the beginning for you too. Stay tuned for insights into the psychology of why texture plays such a pivotal role in presenting vitality and youthfulness. Building upon Dennis's inspiring transformation, let's delve into the intriguing psychology of hair texture. Textured hair isn't just about appearance. It can profoundly signal vitality and youthfulness. Have you ever wondered why some haircuts make individuals seem more dynamic and alive? Texture plays a pivotal role here. When hair has dimension and movement, it mirrors the characteristics we often associate with youthful energy and health. Our brains interpret textured hair as a sign of vibrancy, linking it subconsciously to a period when our health and vitality were at their peak. It's no surprise that textured styles like the crop are often chosen by those wishing to express a sense of liveliness and self-assurance. The emphasis on texture can remarkably enhance perception, not just altering how others see us, but how we see ourselves. It's fascinating how the seemingly subtle change can boost self-esteem and even encourage us to engage more confidently in social and personal interactions. So, what's the secret behind these remarkable transformations? Up next, we'll hear William's story, exploring how a side-parted pompadour altered perceptions and brought newfound facial structure and dignity. Let's dive into the story of William from Illinois, a man who discovered how a simple haircut could transform not only his appearance but also the way others viewed him. William, like many men in their 70s, felt that age was beginning to overshadow his presence. He noticed that people often overlooked him in social gatherings, and his opinions felt less valued than they used to be. Seeking a change, William decided it was time to visit his local barber for some advice on refreshing his look. He chose a side-parted pompadour, a timeless haircut, reviving a sense of classic elegance. But the real magic behind this style lied in its ability to redefine the face's contour. The haircut sculpted his profile, drawing the eye upward and lending an impression of strength and vitality. The side part created a clear symmetry, adding definition to his features and framing his face with newfound confidence. Suddenly, the world reacted differently. William noticed that he was being approached more frequently and was included in conversations with a renewed interest. Friends commented on his dynamic energy, and strangers acknowledged him with genuine engagement. The change in treatment wasn't just about looking younger. It was about feeling more connected and resonant with those around him. This goes to show how a haircut, by shaping physical features, can have profound psychosocial impacts. For William, this wasn't just a haircut. It was a tool for change, challenging the narrative of aging in a world that often equates age with fading relevance. What William experienced is a testimony to the power of personal reinvention. It begs the question, could a haircut be a catalyst in breaking down barriers that age sometimes builds? As we reflect on William's story, it prompts us to consider how other subtle changes might bolster our self-esteem and alter perceptions. What's next? Let's find out how the classic side-parted pompadour could be more than just a statement of style. It symbolizes self-respect, a quiet assertion of one's place in the world. In this journey, William's story reminds us all that transformation starts from within, and sometimes all it takes is a visit to barber to rediscover who we truly are. We just saw William's transformation with a side-parted pompadour, a hairstyle that did more than shape his face. It redefined his presence. This classic style goes beyond aesthetics. It taps into a deeper realm of self-worth and voice. For men in their 70s, a haircut like this can symbolize dignity and self-respect, serving as a visual affirmation of their unique journey and experiences. Haircuts function as a form of self-expression, subtly asserting, "I am here and I still matter." Consider the broader implications. When a man thoughtfully chooses his hairstyle, he communicates resilience and vitality to the world, qualities immensely intertwined with mental health. Research shows that self-respect significantly influences happiness, and maintaining a particular style can be an empowering act of defiance against stereotypes of aging. This classic haircut can therefore be a powerful voice, asserting that age is nothing more than a number, with style standing as its unwavering ally. It encourages others, regardless of age, to embrace their authentic selves fully. What's next for James from Pennsylvania? Could the classic taper with a natural finish be the touch of sophistication he's looking for? Let's discover his transformation next. Previously, we explored the broader implications of classic styles, capturing their impact on self-perception and respect. Now, let's journey into the inspiring story of James from Pennsylvania and how a simple haircut transformed his entire outlook on life. At 66, James found himself in a rut, overwhelmed by the subtle complexities of aging and yearning for the confidence he once had. Enter the classic taper with natural finish, a haircut with timeless appeal and an air of subtle sophistication. James's wife stumbled upon the style in a magazine and pushed him to give it a shot. Reluctantly, he visited his local barber and aimed for the natural, polished look. To his surprise, the gentle layers and tasteful taper accentuated his features and conveyed effortless elegance. This was more than just about looking good. It was about feeling a renewed sense of self. James noticed a shift not only in how others perceive him, but, more importantly, in how he perceived himself. With each glance in the mirror, he saw a man ready to embrace the world with vigor and grace. His newfound confidence wasn't just about aesthetics. This haircut aligned with his inner resilience and sophistication. The transformation sparked energy that carried over into his daily pursuits, rekindling interest in long-lost hobbies and encouraging new social interactions. James understood that at its core, the classic taper with a natural finish represents finding balance. It was a symbol of restraint and refinement, critical elements in maintaining an engagement with life and relevance in society. It demonstrated that sometimes simple, well-executed changes can lead to profound life enhancements. Would James have imagined that a haircut could carry such weight? Probably not, but what he learned was invaluable. Change should be the first step towards rejuvenation. So what's next? We'll explore why balancing restraint and refinement is crucial for looking engaged and relevant in any stage of life. Stay with us to discover how subtle choices can elevate not only appearance, but also one's quality of life. We just saw how James from Pennsylvania embraced a classic taper with a natural finish to transform his look subtly yet effectively. But why is finding the right balance between restraint and refinement key in staying engaged and relevant, especially as we age? This delicate balance is similar to creating a well-tailored suit. It's not about the extravagance, but rather the perfect fit for one's personality. For older men, a haircut that is too bold can distract from the wisdom and experience they carry, while one that is too restrained might fade them into the background. Striking the right balance means showcasing refinement without losing authenticity. Imagine the finesse of a classic taper blending seamlessly into a natural finish. It speaks of someone who is both self-aware and in tune with the times. It's the kind of confidence that commands respect rather than demands attention, helping one stay actively involved in conversations and social networks. As we ponder this equilibrium, it leads us to our next question. How do these thoughtful styling choices influence the way we see ourselves and how others perceive us? Let's explore this transformative power of haircuts in the following segment. Building on our last discussion about the importance of balancing restraint and refinement, let's delve into how specific haircuts can significantly alter our self and social perception. Imagine Thomas, a gentleman in his mid-60s, who recently opted for a subtle yet deliberate hairstyle change. Without drastically altering his appearance, Thomas found that the shift in styling led to a surprising boost in confidence. Studies show that even small changes in appearance can influence psychological well-being. By choosing haircuts that naturally complement one's facial features and personal style, men can project a confident and youthful aura. This transformation isn't just about external validation. It's about internal conviction. Our perception of how people view us can reinforce a newfound confidence. Harvard researchers have pointed out that these slight transformations can stimulate the brain's reward center, enhancing mood and self-esteem. Haircuts, in essence, act as a daily reminder that we care about ourselves and our appearance. Now, what's next? This realization leads us to ask, what message do our personal styling choices send to us, and how do they reinforce our presence and significance in the world? Let's explore this further in our next segment. Following our previous discussion on the influence of haircuts on confidence, let's delve deeper into the power of intentional styling. Consider Harold, our recurring character, who found that a simple trip to the barber was far more transformative than he ever imagined. By choosing the Tapered Classic Cut, Harold didn't just alter his appearance. He sent himself a powerful message. He mattered. Each day, as Harold styled his hair, he reaffirmed his significance and saw the reflection of a man who still played an active role in his world. It's a message we often neglect. Taking care to present oneself with intention can fundamentally shift our self-perception. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about health and well-being, reinforcing belief that we remain vibrant participants in our lives well beyond 60. Self-care through styling signals to others and to ourselves that we value our journey. So, how can adopting intentional styling practices transform your daily life? Reflect on this as we prepare to recapture the essence of self-assuredness in the next scene. What's next on the path to blending style with personal empowerment? Let's find out as we journey through these transformative stories. from Harold in Minnesota to Dennis in Colorado, it's clear that the right haircut can do so much more than just take a few years off one's appearance. It's about rediscovering a sense of self, the kind that's been there all along, maybe just hidden beneath the everyday grind. Picture James from Pennsylvania, stepping out of the barbershop, not just with a newly styled head of hair, but with a renewed outlook. The right haircut connects you to a deeper narrative, one that tells the world you're ready to embrace life's next chapter with unshakable confidence. Haircuts act as catalysts for personal reinvention, prompting us to ask, who do I want to become in this new phase of life? By aligning our external image with our internal sense of maturity and wisdom, we're not just rejuvenating our looks, but inviting a wave of newfound energy and positivity. So what's next in this journey? Could a fresh hairstyle be the simple change that propels you into this exciting new era with enthusiasm and grace? Let's explore how taking this step might pave the way for even more profound transformation. As we reflect on how a well-chosen haircut can help us embrace the next chapter of life with confidence, let's think about the power of change. Imagine stepping into a salon, like our friend Harold from Minnesota, who transformed his look with a simple tapered classic cut. It wasn't just a new style, it was a declaration of embracing who he is today. Every snip of the scissors can symbolize a fresh start, a moment to shed the old and reveal a rejuvenated self. But how do you choose the right style for you? This is where consulting a skilled hair professional can make all the difference. They hold a treasure trove of insights into the latest styles, textures, and how these can work for you. Engaging with a professional isn't only about aesthetics, but also about discovering a boost in self-esteem that goes beyond the mirror. So ask yourself, what story do you want your hair to tell about you at this stage in life? Taking this step is not just about looking better, but feeling empowered and ready to face new experiences with renewed vigor. So, what's next on your journey? Let's keep exploring.